Yeah.
I think I'm gonna close now. Once I'm not gonna risk it.
I want to bid SUI with really good size if we get any pullback today, to be honest.
Yeah, I was not.
SUI and Sol. Like you just ignore all these weird altcoins and just bid these two majors with good size. And I think you'd probably outperform in coming days by doing nothing. Sol also getting back below last week highs.
I think Sol can pull back towards 170 at least.
Yeah,
Maybe
same.
lower. Like it front ran this demand here last week when we bounced. Uh, so I think if we go here again, it should bounce from here, or we're going back to 160. 'Cause it's looking fairly toppy. Popcat as well. I think Popcat can. Popcat doesn't break these break. What is it? 173. 174 soon. And it's likely going to back to 155 at least.
You like SUI and Sol more than Popcat for long?
Me?
Yeah.
Uh, like if I have to bet with good size, like betting in those flushes, it could be a bit risky, right? So if I have to like bet some really good size, then probably I'd do it blindly on. Like I definitely get some memes exposure, like Popcat and some of these memes. But yeah, if I have to do it with good size, I do it with Sol and SUI, and then a small size on some of memes for a beta play.
Yeah. What's Cheeto doing? Cheeto always has these bursts of price action and then it just flatlines and dies.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's look at ETH actually. I haven't looked at ETH.
ETH does look good if it like breaks above the Jan 24 highs, which is at like 2720.
Honestly crazy. It's lower than almost lower than
Yeah.
the start of the year. I mean, this looks good, but it's approaching resistance, so it's probably gonna be the final leg for this alt rotation, I think.
I personally think we get like a small push back up around US Open. ETH runs all these previous highs around 2700, 2720, and then nukes back down along with BTC.
I wonder if ETH can still reach 10K this cycle. Like the way it's looking.
Yeah, I doubt.
Send BTC to 60K. I hope we don't get 60K. I mean, unless it's like a flash wick, right?
Yeah, anything apart from Vic, we going back that lower wouldn't be good.
Yeah. What about Billy? I mean, I'm just holding Billy at this point. It's just dropping in this $30 million range. I know the team's working on some stuff, but it's taking longer than expected because memes aren't too hot right now. I would like SUI around 180. We have some nice
Yeah,
remarks.
SUI looks so good.
Given I'm likely incredibly wrong on my TIA thesis, maybe Sui is the soul of this cycle.
Yeah, could be like if I had to bet on any L1 running strong for this remaining cycle apart from Sol, then yeah, probably SUI would be one of them.
Yeah. I mean, this type of daily candle or this type of daily price action is stuff we saw on Sol in 21.
True.
Incredible.
Yeah, I think anything around 1.85 and lower on SUI would be a really good bet.
Yeah. Morning, Buck. I'm gonna log into my mom's and swap all my Cardano for Sui. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all.
We got to find an entry and short the Suns and Nairos down to zero. Like all this Tron ecosystem meme coins are still trading at all-time lows, which is insane.
Yeah, Sunlog got hammered.
Yeah. I wish I had that swing short still running. Like I shorted Sundog and Sun right at Pico tops. I closed them both for like 15-20% drawdowns, yet like every day they're still bleeding down.
This looks fucked, man. Damn. I mean, it could form a range here. In between 14 and 16.6, 16.7. Even then.
I do hope we get like a small US Open buy on the market. Like right now, shorting is a bit tricky considering BTC is at this 72K support. So like a small bounce at US Open, another lower high, and then nuke back down.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a push up to try and position some shorts. I would like to actually briefly go above all-time high. And then nuke into like, because tomorrow we have PCE, right? If I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken. And then next week we have elections and FOMC. So I think it's
we have
high.
FOMC next week.
I believe so,
That's
yeah.
nice.
FOMC November is on the 6th, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 6th.
Wow, next week is going to be great for gambling.
Yeah. I think it makes sense to play the rest of this week a bit cautious if we don't like push above the highs convincingly. Especially given
True.
like usually we do the initial move of the market in the first 2 days of the week, right? And then we reverse that the second half of the week. So let's see.
Yeah, I also think like it would be logical for major players to be like de-risking going into what's coming up next week.
Exactly. And also, I think we saw a 600 million inflow from BlackRock, right?
Yeah, one of the highest in a while.
Usually, when we have like this huge inflow, even though it sounds super bullish, that also means that usually there won't be another inflow like that for a while because it just doesn't make sense to keep on going like that. So then we likely
True.
pull back after that.
Like the biggest inflows you have seen from BlackRock have been at range highs on BTC, and one
Yes.
of the biggest outflows have been at range lows on BTC.
I wouldn't mind a flash dump. What did we do last year in November, actually? Did we have good price action? I know December was really choppy, but I mean, November was good. December, not so much. But December is always very choppy, right? Yeah, December 20th, we started going up only. I mean, from January onwards, alts will like you will see multiple alts double in a day. January will be nuts. It always is.
Yeah, considering like how low the BTC pairings of most of alts have went, even small mean reversions of them would send them strong. Like today, the strength on ETH you are seeing was just a 1 or like 2% bounce on ETH to BTC after like dying for the whole week last week. So now this ETH to BTC chart is pretty much the BTC pairing chart of like 80% of the alts on the market, which means like even small mean reversions on these BTC pairings would be sending alts strong once they come.
I think if I was ever about to call an ETH BTC bottom, I think it will be in this red area.
Yeah, remember I think we talked about this level when we were on stream last time, you, me,
Yeah.
DJIP as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's gonna bounce, it's gonna be from here. If it doesn't bounce from here, well, good luck.
I just hope this bounce comes like a bit later, not when BTC is right at range as.
Yeah, make it to happen at the cycle top, please. Do you guys we sell off think if we sell off big if Kamala wins? I don't think it matters, to be honest. Of course, stocks in general will perform better if Trump wins. But in general, I don't think it matters too much.
Yeah, me too. I think most like any of an election results are already priced, and we have seen Trump losing his lead, causing the sell-off on the market as well. We have seen Trump gaining the lead, leading to this entire bullish move. So most of the decisions have already been priced into the market.
If I need to believe my Twitter, though, Trump should win, right? But I'm stuck in a rabbit hole, even though I don't follow politics that much. I just keep seeing bad stuff about Kamala and good stuff about Trump, even though I like never like anything. If we do get a sell-off though when Kamala wins, like that's probably just a sell-off you buy heavily. Or it could just like fee reverse instantly.
Everyone is an election expert lately.
Yeah, I know. I only see good stuff about Dialgo, but that's still weird to me because I don't like anything. I think it's mainly because I'm in crypto on my feed, so it's automatically catered to pro Trump stuff, right? Because
Yeah.
Trump is pro. Crypto. If Trump doesn't win, GCR was wrong. Actually, also interesting to think about, right?
Did GCR point out that Trump's going to win?
Yeah, he pointed it out in 2022.
Uh,
Yeah, we went through BTC already, Leah. For me personally, intraday I want to see 72k hold, but as you can see, we're losing it right now. If we don't, I think alts will see a fairly aggressive sell-off. And we already see it on alts, like alts are taking a very heavy beating. And if we do start accepting below 71.5, we can probably accelerate to 68. Especially given its monthly close tomorrow, I believe, right? Yeah, tomorrow. And also next week, we have a very data-driven week. So in general, it's probably good to be risk off longs if you're in leverage. And just look for dip buying opportunities in general. Watch a podcast with primarily women. You have the same type of algo, Bakwa. Where would you buy dips? I mean, on alts in general, just 30% from their latest highs. I think that's a good rule of thumb. That's actually just the metric I always use on mid to high caps. I have some plans written out in spot. As for BTC, I think for BTC you'll have to see at the low time frame strength. Personally, I'm still holding Billy. Yeah. It's just gonna keep chopping as long as BTC doesn't break all-time highs. And on-chain has been chopping in general. It's extremely volatile, to my frustration.
I'm scanning through charts, and apart from ETH, is there anything that's looking good on the day? Man, if like BTC nukes a little today, TI is probably going to make new yearly lows. Look at how weak it looks.
Everything that's green on my Bybit list is like the bottom of the barrel coins. Link is also green. Maybe Atom as well.
I also saw some of gaming stuff being green on it. Like Pixel was up 20-30% today.
Atom is still a little bit, but Link and ETH being green is not good. Uni also green.
Yeah, so it's like most of ETH related stuff and some of the gaming dino stuff.
Yeah, not good. Aave also a little bit green. Usually works as a good top signal for me as well. Anyone holding any Trump coins? No, I'm not. But I haven't traded any political tokens because they're too.
What happened with these election coins going into elections, like the Trump coin? Then we also had a Biden coin.
Biden went to zero.
See,
Well, almost. It went to like from 1 billion to like 4 mil or what?
and the Trump one.
Let's look. Biden. Yeah, Biden is like what? 4 mil, 0.8. Trump is 36.8, but there's also one on ETH. There's another one on ETH. Yeah, this one, MAG. 177.3. Honestly, the chart doesn't look that great to me. Looks a bit like a lot of the on-chain stuff I've been seeing.
How has Sol on chain been doing like after this entire Sol run from past week?
It's been chopping actually. It hasn't done much. Only like some cat coins have rallied a little bit, but also some of them have been selling off. I think on-chain needs some time after the AI meta
Yeah,
from 2 weeks ago, like Goat and stuff.
yeah.
I think now is a good time to start looking at like on-chain coins that have had their runs from January until now, because they already have some price action and some history and a community. The ones with the strongest community will probably still do well. Likely that will be cat and dog tokens again, as always, with like the occasional weekly meta that pops up, right? Still holding Vivek. Yeah, Vivek got fucked because he didn't get elected by Trump, right? Didn't get chosen. So on-chain pretty choppy, all things considered. Like my whole list has been the same number and price for the past 2 weeks or so. Billy as well, just chopping. Huge question. I need Manta. I need to bridge it. Let me check. How did I do it? I know Aztecs had a similar problem and his Manta was stuck, and then I found it somewhere because it was sent to the wrong bridge address. I need to check how to bridge it. I believe you can use, what's the bridging protocol called again?
Were there any Manta airdrops?
Yeah, there were, but it was
Hmm.
it was very bad. Wait, which one is it? There was a specific Manta bridge that allowed you to bridge very easily. Orbiter, that was the one I think I used to use. You can't use Orbiter, Groot. It doesn't work on Trust Vault. Okay, that's the issue. A Mason. It doesn't even work. What's it called? No, not this one even. And if you use this bridge, but then you need to wait 3 days, right? I know you can use the Manta Pacific one.
Do you think the airdrop meta turn back like the way it was at the start of the cycle, like people getting $1 million worth of airdrops?
I think, I don't know actually. Because we had D-Bridge last week, which was okay, not bad, not good. I feel like I got a nice airdrop, but I also farmed it a lot, and I also had ref links from the group, right, which helped me with my points and whatever. And I got like 8K, I think, which is still a lot of money, but in airdrop mania that would have been like 80K.
Yeah.
It
The
should have.
last major one was on Jupiter, right? Or like even with the Friends token. That was, I think, the last major airdrop.
Frantic was good if you were an influencer, yeah. And then what
Yeah.
else we had? Well, to be honest, Wormhole was also very good if you instantly
Yeah.
sold. But that's about it. All the other ones were shit. They all became like way too linear. Tensor was also good. That's true, actually. I remember someone from the group made like 40 or 50K on that by using the bots, the NFT bots we used to farm. Yeah, I made good money on Tensor as well, and I barely even farmed it. I don't know if we'll see a return like that. Maybe if there's like this crazy Celestia airdrop for staking Celestia, but I doubt it, unless it's like executed at the perfect time. Other than that, there's not much airdrops planned, right? Lido is also green on the day.
Yeah. ETH beta. ENS is also green on the day.
Maker. Yeah, market doesn't look too interesting. Will you short if we push up in during US Open?
Yeah, I will. Like, I just need to push up at US Open and then price not like sustaining above. Like, once BTC starts rejecting again after a US Open push, then that's a signal to get into some alt shots. Probably still would be good to focus on shorting alts.
Yeah, not BTC.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sol looks fairly weak today. If it accepts below 177, likely gets Likely goes to 170. Bobcat's showing a little bit of strength, low time frame. Compared to BTC.
Is there any good contender of a cat coin on ETH? Because like Mu and Popcat both are on Sol, right?
Mog. People say Mog's a cat coin.
Yeah, yeah, it's like a weird cat.
Yeah. But other than that, no, not so much. On Sol, there's a few. Like, I think Michi can do well. It's actually very strong the past few days.
Yeah, this
Chart
chart
also
looks
looks,
good.
yeah.
Has it gotten any exchange listing yet?
No. No big ones at least.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it hasn't been listed, to be honest, because it's been doing good daily volume. Yeah, I also don't get why Michi isn't on perps yet, stars. I mean, probably the team doesn't have any money for it, right? Because a lot of time these CTO projects, you just need to pay for a listing and have a good connect. But if you don't have that, you're fucked. Like they're only listed on Maxi. It's wild. Not even BitGet. I will try to help you after the stream, Groot. I'll try to figure it out so you can withdraw it, because it's a pain in the ass. Why is it giving me the wrong? Yeah. It's still the same. Looks a bit like the ETH BTC, Sol ETH chart before it broke out. I think it's gonna go lower first.
How do you feel about Dodge $1 targets?
I think it's possible, but I don't know why. Why is the narrative again?
Yeah.
Like, why are people not just focusing on longing with like the higher beta play? I mean, Doge ripping would be good though for the overall meme market. Like, I'm not gonna
True.
lie. TI unlocked today. Is it today? I'm not following the unlocks.
Let's
I'm
check.
just I'm just sitting in my staked bag in pain.
At what price did you stake?
My personal price was like 12 or something. And for the group, it's between 6 and 9, so that's okay, but still. The airdrop made up for it though, because I got dimension and I sold that, and that pretty much made me break even instantly. Well, not break even. It like how to say it, nullified my cost basis. Dimension. Because Dim went on a good run, to be fair, before it like flopped.
Yeah. Dim, Manta, Alt. What was the narrative behind them? I forgot. Like, what did you call that?
Modular.
Yeah, modular narrative. Yeah.
Like it's pretty much basically 1-to-1 with Tia almost.
Yeah, the unlocks are today. 80% of the supply.
What coins are we trading? USDT zombie. To be honest, I'm kind of glad they're releasing 80% in one go. Just rip the band-aid off, right?
Yeah, this is why I think like once the unlocks are done and considering like the only concern I have is like TIA doesn't end up breaking down from this like $4 to $7 range it has been in for months. If it keeps on holding above this range while we are done with such major unlocks, that could be bullish midterm. Because I think then you don't have any of unlocks coming for almost a year.
Exactly. What would that mean for Sui? Yeah. And not much.
But Pitaso, I think like it's logical to wait for this like to be done with unlocks and to see if TIA doesn't break down from this range. Because if it does, then probably it will take a long time to recover. If it keeps on holding above the range lows, then yeah, it's a really good buy.
Yeah, I agree. BTC slowly selling off. We have New York Open in 1 hour and a half, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm currently flat on leverage.
Yeah, I'm also flat. Pretty much, apart from the long-term stuff. I closed with and Jupiter for a good win. And Tau I closed for small loss. I want to see what we do the next few days because I think it could get volatile and we can get better entries. What do we think about Telegram? It's finished, right?
Don?
Yeah.
Is the Telegram founder still in jail or did he get out?
He made a deal with the government that he will give all our data and then he will be able to walk free, pretty much.
Ah.
To sum it up.
That probably like invalidates the only edge Telegram had.
Yeah, he can't leave France, that's right. It was also part of the deal.
I think anything below 4.8 on Ton would be bad.
I'm surprised he even pushed it to $7, if I'm being honest. XAI. XAL is just ranging here, yeah. You get 17 again, that could be a nice bottom, Pita, so like you're saying. Because it's just ranging, but as long as it doesn't break below 17, you could just ping pong it, keep ping ponging it until it breaks out to either side. Maybe it deviates below 17, grabs a bit, and then we go up, right? It's like it's done this 3 times already here. So maybe it does it here now. This was a nice top setup though. This double top in March. Good to buy Tia spot at these. It's a question for you, HBJ, but I can repeat what HBJ just said. You're probably better off waiting for how the market absorbs the unlocks before aping into Tia here.
Yeah, like if you're done with unlocks and TI is still holding within this 3-4 months range, that's bullish midterm because then probably you don't have much of unlocks to worry about for quite a while. But if we do end up breaking below the range, then it could take quite a while for it to recover from. So waiting for the unlocks is a logical thing. It's insane how like such good looking momentums we had on market yesterday on like every single chart. They all just got reverse 360-degree after just like few hours of ETH being green on a day. Everything started dying. Like I woke up happy. I was in my longs. I went for a workout, came back like 3-4 hours later at my desk, and everything is now looking so bad.
Man, that's insane. You can't convince me it's the jinx of the cycle. It's crazy. HBJ telling ETH is the top signal. Don't we just short ETH here? Isn't that the play?
Shorting ETH. I know
Yeah.
I'm getting a feeling that like maybe we just run these highs above 2700, 2720, and
Then we
then
can
entire market nukes.
Least to say. You could bid 71.4 for a bounce, but I think you can go to like 70 and a half. Personally, take out some of this price action here, and then we could see some low time frame bounce. Yeah. Like that's something where I might scalp 70 and a half, scalp a bit into the weekend or something, unless we get it today. And then into Monday, Tuesday, you probably want to go flat because we have a very data driven week. Yeah, if you get the sweep, you can take the ETH short. It does. That's right.
Then you can take like entire market short. Once ETH runs the highest, short everything you have in front of you.
I think you can short Sol. How do I pronounce your name actually? Christian, right? if we push up after New York Open in like 1 hour and a half, like right now, it looks like we're gonna close below 177, right? Which is a big support. So if it bearish retests 177, 178 ish into this lower time frame supply zone, that could be a good short setup because then your stops are also a bit better. I mean, your execution can be a bit easier from here on out because you have an
Yeah, I'd
extra.
like that too. Like any US Open push and Sol pushes into like 177, 179.
Yeah.
Short that bearish retest.
Yeah. What else do we have? The XY also reversing.
Yeah, I just saw that it is.
Can you imagine they push this to 106 into the elections? That would be brutal.
How are stocks looking pre-open?
I haven't looked.
Yeah, still decent.
Yeah.
I think I might lay down some bids on SUI, like some blind bids from 1.8 down till the wick close, like 1.6. Would be a bit wide, but like buy on spot.
I can see it. Pretty much lines up with my other alt bits in terms of like their current high.
Like probably SUI, Sol, BTC. These would probably be my three majors size bets on pullback, and then you can just add like one or two small size memes or alt betas.
Yeah, maybe you can add some Tia.
Yeah, just like to not have any bad luck, just to have like underperforming asset.
Yeah. Yeah, dot spot has been worse than ETH BTC. Dot BTC has been worse than ETH BTC. It's probably one of the worst charts in crypto. Gold is dying. Finally. Send the money back into good memes, please. I'm telling you, I'm not buying this until it goes to 22 cents. Just like I didn't buy Mudang until it went to 60 or 70 mil. Gonna be the exact same. What about CB still in? Yeah, I'm still in CB. I'm fine holding that through a bigger swing because it's such a low cap that it doesn't even make sense of me selling, because if I sell, I will probably wick the short 10%. Yeah, I'm not in Mudang anymore, by the way. That was just quick flip. Like CB, I'm still in. Hey, I'm still in, and DIT, I'm also still in, but that like didn't do well. Bounced yesterday though, so maybe we can get out of this break even. I'm never buying anything else other than memes though. On chain, that is.
TIA around 4.74ish. How that sound? Nishu, the issue is like if you want to be blindly betting alts, you should better do that with some of stronger stuff, right? Because the issue is today's the major unlocks the market has been waiting on. And now if you on a pullback, if you blindly just bet TIA on any particular price, you don't know how low it could just go down in a single candle and wreck you out, right? So if you really want to be blindly betting anything, do it with on majors and some stronger stuff. So that even if your timing is slightly wrong, you don't get punished a lot. Yeah, the SUI, Sol, and BTC, these are like the three major exposures I'm looking to have in today's pullback. Then maybe you can add a bit of like meme exposure, maybe Popcat or something.
What is DBR doing actually? Yeah, just down only. Easy. HBJ is looking at 1.8 for a first bid on Sui, if I'm not mistaken, issue.
Yeah.
And then lower.
Anything at 1.8 and lower, just like blindly bet it, to be honest, and then just see how it plays out.
Morning, Luffy. How are you? I had someone show me this yesterday on ETH.
What's this?
Balkan Dwarf.
What's the market cap on this?
30 mil.
Not bad.
I would be interested if I get 5.7.
HBJ, where would you bet BTC, ETH, and Sol? Not bidding ETH. Sol. If I have to like, to be honest, I'll try to market in when I see some like good wicks forming across market. But if I had to blindly bet, then probably like 165 and lower. Because if you have to place some blind bets, it should better be at a safer area, or else you can always market in once you see some good wicks forming. So if I had to place some blind bets, it would be anything between 165 down till 160. Mm, yeah, at least like a 6 to 10% sell off. Please. Yeah.
Sorry, go on, HBJ.
No, I was like just looking at mother's chart. Someone asked. You can go on.
Bastard, I'm just waiting for BTC and alts to make their move before I get into Tau again.
Also, have you ever thought of changing your name despite me like mentioning that several times by now? It gets weird addressing him. He also joins my streams multiple times, and it just gets weird whenever he asks a question.
Now I'm gonna get banned from YouTube for uploading. I'm missing bastard like 10 times per recording, you know. I think for Tao I'll just wait. Maybe once it fills this week, made last week, I will be interested. Feel like I pulled the trigger on our limit a bit too early there. That's why I closed. As long as it doesn't get above 521, you can hold that short, in my opinion. Maybe makes like a bull diff, lower time frame like this, you know. Which doesn't mean my trade ID would get invalidated, right? But I'd much rather add with size lower than already be scrambling for the exits if I keep adding here. For 60 would be good. How are you, Doopy? Yeah, I have the same thoughts as HBJ on Mother. It rejected a very big resistance. This green area. Not sure if you guys talked about this, but any special thoughts around the election? We talked about it. I mean, to sum it up in 2 sentences, we'll either way get volatility, either if Kamala wins or Trump wins, but I personally think Trump wins, so it won't matter. And even if Trump wins, we will have a small flush, I think, because next week will be a very data-driven week regardless. Anyone has BTC life insurance?
How does that work? What's BTC Live? Like, if you get liquidated, they refund you?
Hello, Tony. How you doing, bro? Okay, look at bond.
Yeah, I also have same thoughts. I'm also looking at like early month de-risking, which is like the trend for past months now.
Bonk. Wait, let me grab my Bybit chart actually. Bong is pretty much pinned in this 206, 244 range. But I think if you are going to sell off on BTC and you get lucky, you can get a flush into 18.5, which is fairly deep, by the way, but I think it's still possible. There's a huge demand there, an untapped one. Like a final shakeout on Bonk right before it rips again, like it did last year, would be good. It's only 15%. I thought that was deeper for some reason, but I forgot we're already back at 214. Might need some adjusting. Yeah, 15% is easy. I might play some limits on Bong as well. I'm just a bit wary on how it's been weak compared to Wiv and Popcat, but then I realized like actually it's a completely different animal from those two. I mean, it's also a dog, but you know, figure of speech. So that the demand could. Tony is listening to us while he's pooping. Nice. Thanks for putting that image in my head. Pretty gay, yeah. Any thoughts on big time? Let me check. Gonna actually save this bonk chart so I don't forget. Um, big time. The thing I hate about big time is that it only has perps on Binance and Bybit. Whereas if it had spot, I think it could run a lot harder. In my opinion. $15.36 is probably the level you want to watch here. Or a retest. Like a retest or a trap below 15.36 would be a nice setup. From a daily perspective, because look, it's a very important line here, right? And last time we trapped below that, we went on this massive run. Good morning, Dave. How you doing? I think we go lower before higher on Bonk first, Victor. Yeah, I also don't put my funds into BTC private funds because we can trade ourselves, right? So it doesn't make much sense for me to give my money to someone else, them charging me for
Yeah.
it and maybe even underperforming me. Unless I get
And
rugged
then,
in coins, of course.
yeah, and then in the end getting rugged.
Yeah. Is anyone else streaming today? Just making sure. Rigo in 40 minutes. Okay. Cool. So we have some time. Can I change the stream name actually? Because it's Jip. I can. Here. There's really nothing that stands out for me today. I was looking at spec today on spot. I think if we get 9.60, could start buying some spot again. Like a lower cap AI coin, which has literally Bybit spot listed, and they have crazy amount of VCs behind them.
This is a good looking chart on spec.
Yeah. I need to write down everything. There's a lot of stuff that looks good if we go lower a bit. Like Bonk, Spec, Dewey, DAO. Wait, Alpha works in this Discord? Why do I not know about this? Rune was looking good 2 days ago, wasn't it? Daily
Yeah, it
scan.
was.
Oh, it actually
Mm.
broke out. This actually looks good still.
Yeah, any retest like back down to $5 on Rune would be good.
Mm-hmm. This is like
5.25.
it's not a wickless scandal, but it doesn't have much room. TRX going up. Is TRX also going up? Fuck.
Yeah, TRX is like up only
Yeah.
0.5% up every single day.
Justin is gonna rug us again like in 2017, isn't he?
How close it is to its all-time highs? Almost 7%.
It outperformed ETH. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Vitalik got outperformed by the biggest Chinese scammer. Also, didn't Justin Sun become like a prime minister somewhere? Quite funny.
He did?
Yeah, yeah. Of some mini island, like some mini nation, somewhere in the Pacific Ocean. Oh, his father. That's hilarious, man. How is 3AC doing? How is 3AC's meme fund doing? I hope they got rug. I hope everyone's sold. It's still fairly high. That's unfortunate. They filled the wig route. That's wait. The wig. It got filled, no? That's TRX on the H4? No way. It doesn't have the wig for me. Ah, it does. For me, it reminds me about this BTC chart. Wait, not this one. This one. Wait. It reminds me of this this candle. Completely different chart, but it always these type of candles always remind me of that. I think I'm gonna end it there unless you have anything else you wanna discuss.
Yeah, I think I would too.
I'll just wait for New York Open. If there's any trades, I'll probably post. What's
Yeah,
the white
same.
indicator? It's an MA, which a friend of me made. I'm probably gonna make it available at some point if I can. Fairly useful.
Consent. I think the only trade I'm looking at today is if we get a US Open push on BTC and we still like end up making lower highs and we do not break all-time highs, then probably that's like a good short setup to be taking on alts, not BTC. Probably looking at some of the alts shorts. And if you do not get that push, then look to bid any pullback, decent pullback on alts you get today. Probably focused on Sol, SUI, BTC itself, and then some of the strong memes like Popcat and stuff. That's like the simple game plan you should be focusing on today.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, nothing to add. I'm mainly looking at the potential Sol short, which I posted earlier.
Yeah.
Cool.
Does ETH push? I hope so, because that would add to my confidence of shorting. I hope it runs like the highs above 2720. So
Cool.
yeah, this would be pretty much it from my side.
Yes.
Thanks, Impulse, for having me.
Thanks for
Hope
joining.
everyone else had a good time too.
See
Talk
you
to you
guys.
people soon.
Bye bye.